Good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, so Fan Addict Sports Network, the Breakfast Tailgate with Coach I, man. How y'all doing this morning? Listen, we here to my camera messing up on me. All right, we're here to talk sports this morning, as we always do. Y'all grab a cup of coffee and let's get this party started, man. I got a couple guests today. We're gonna talk about something interesting today. It's still along the lines of sports, but we'll see how you guys like it. So let's go ahead and get started. That's right, man. It is the 4th of July, and hopefully you don't have to work today. If you do have to work, hopefully you get off early. Either way, you know what I'm saying? Hope you enjoy your holiday, whether it's with family or by yourself. If you're going to be out somewhere shooting fireworks, be careful. Don't set the grass on fire like I did when I was in college. I almost burned down an apartment complex. My boy Ben Shaw remembers that. Luckily, it was an apartment complex down the street from the University of Tennessee. So, you know. Hey, listen, what's funny about that is nobody in the apartment complex told me we were outside the city limits and that we couldn't shoot fireworks because everybody was doing it. So luckily we was able to put out the fire, man. But yeah, man, happy 4th of July for those out celebrating. Listen, man, I got a couple of guests in here today, and I see some of my people rolling up on me. I'm tailgating with my boy Amari Hardwick from Power. Y'all might know him. That's his most famous role, but he is a Georgia Bulldog. That's right. Played defensive back at Georgia. Listen, man, dude told us he was going to be an actor, and he did what he said, and he's a really good actor at that, man. Some of y'all know him from Power. Well, a lot of y'all probably know him from Power, but if you watch Netflix, man, him and J-Lo got a movie called The Mother. Really good. Check it out on Netflix if you haven't seen it. It's one of my favorites. American Skin, he was in that as well. We'll talk about another one of his movies later on after y'all see what the topic is today. Army of the Dead, he was in that as well. It's a Zack Snyder movie, so if you haven't checked that out on Netflix, check that out, man. So, all right, man, let's go ahead and jump in here. Shelby, we see you, First Lady. Happy 4th of July. Happy 19th to Sydney. That's right, it's her birthday. I know y'all out of town, you at the pool. We appreciate you. Stephen G in the building, my coaching fraternity brother. Happy 4th to everyone, he says. Let's see. Just got done making a feast of a breakfast for the fam. Pancakes, eggs, French toast, sausage, waffles, hams, and bacon. If y'all near Stephen G, pull because he has that and biscuits and gravy. Listen, man, pull up on Stephen G. It's the place to be for breakfast right now, man. So, all right, man, let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. And bring in our guest, man. First up, man, it's our guy. He's on Tuesday. He's set the tone. College football talk, man, on YouTube, man. It's our guy, Jake Merrill. What's going on, Jake?
Yo, happy 4th of July. Steve's breakfast place is open, everybody. That sounded good. That sounded good, man. Damn.
He cooking a lot, right?
Wow. Like, dude, that is some food right there. What's up, Steve? Good to see you, Shelby. How you doing, Shelby? I love it, man. It's a good time. I'm always happy to be on here. This is something I've really enjoyed, especially after that first time, this last Tuesday. Man,
Right.
I love coming in the breakfast thing. And I love breakfast, so it works for me, man, every single time.
Big facts, big facts. If you're watching out there, man, let us know what you're having for breakfast today. It's the holiday, man. Like I know y'all gonna get the grill going, but let us know what you're having for breakfast, man. And it's the Fanatic Sports Network, man. Hit that thumbs up button for us, man. Share the content so everybody can see it as well, man. So listen, man, we got another guest coming in here today to talk a little sports topics too, man. It's our guy. He's been on the channel before. He's a ringer on the Fanatic. So it's our guy Johnathan Lewis with Talking Sports with Johnathan.
How's it
Lewis.
going?
What's going on, Jay Lou?
9 a.m. talking college football, so what could be better?
Right. So you a coffee guy, man? Are
I am.
you always a homemade coffee guy, or are you a go to Starbucks?
I don't go to Starbucks now. I make mine in the Keurig. It's the fake way. It's out of a pod, but I've become lazy with coffee, man. Completely lazy with it.
Right. Listen, that's how it is sometimes, dog. You got to just do what you got to do. I know we asked the first show, we asked some people about coffee. It wasn't a lot of Starbucks heads in the comments. So that was interesting to see nonetheless, even though you go to Starbucks and there's always a line. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's crazy. You know where the place to go is, man. Like,
I don't know.
Here, at least, is
Like,
Dutch Bros.
Literally, I was about to say that they are popping up everywhere out here in Texas. Everywhere. I didn't know if it was just here or not. Okay, never mind.
Right. Let's get our guy Shawty in the building, man. Hold on, let me get Shawty. Shawty gonna join us for a little breakfast tailgate.
Yeah, dude. I haven't seen Shawty in a minute, man. And John, nice to meet you, man. Nice to
meet
you
too, man.
Nice meeting you, John. Nice to meet you.
Right. John's listen, man. Johnathan was one of the first content creators I linked up with on YouTube. What's funny is he commented on the video. He was like, "Dude, video too long. You gotta need some chapters or something."
I remember that,
bro.
I remember
that. Fix it. Dude.
Right, man. Then we did a couple of videos together, man. Bama in Georgia, and since then we hung out. We're actually in Austin for the Bama Texas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. Hung out there, man. It's hung out actually because we hung out in San Antonio. That's actually where I stayed at the time. So it was good time. Shelby getting in here says she got a little grits and sausage at the breakfast buffet. Listen, breakfast buffet. Hopefully it was free on the resort or hotel, wherever you're at, Shelby. Either way, it sounds good. Sounds good, man. Listen, man, we're gonna talk a little sports movies today. It's the holiday, man. We're gonna have a little fun in here. So y'all can critique my list and give your opinions on yours. Before we start out, listen, man, shout out to LBJ, man. LBJ with the 2 years, $104 million.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Basketball contracts are getting out of hand, man. But hey, go if somebody's willing to pay it to you, like, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's funny, man. You bring that up because I think all contracts. So you look even at like what Trevor Lawrence got paid, and you're like, what?
Man,
you're paying Trevor Lawrence what? Hold on, time out. Trevor Lawrence. Not saying he's not like good, but dude, you got to prove some stuff first, man. Like, I mean, you got to do something first, right?
Right. I think maybe the Jaguars is in like a peculiar predicament because it's like, who would they go get if they didn't pay him? So it's almost like he had him between a rock and a hard place. Not to say that he doesn't have potential. He does have potential, but Stephen G's talking about Bronny. He's got the highest paid contract for a second round pick ever.
By far.
The James family breaking barriers. Let's go, baby.
Whoa.
Hey, it is what it is, man. Shout out. If it was me, I'd do my kid the same way, bro. I need to go front. So it is what it is. So you like it or love it, but that's what it is. Wimbledon is going on currently. For those that like tennis, I do like to watch Wimbledon and the French Open and the U.S. Open, things of that nature. Coco Gauff makes it to the third round. Shout out Coco Gauff. She lost in the first round last year after having a really good start. And then number 1 seed, Jannik Sinner. I hope I'm saying his last name right, but he had a scare yesterday. He almost lost to like a unranked guy in the second round. But he ended up moving on, and currently I want to say he's the number 1 player in the world. And then Novak Djokovic is ranked second. He's up 2 sets currently. And then I'm watching some guy from France. currently right now, Monfils, and I don't know the other guy. So I just like to watch. I like to watch Wimbledon growing up. I'm a Pete Sampras guy. I don't know if you guys are tennis guys. I'm Pete Sampras. I like Andre Agassi for the entertainment, but I'm more of a Pete Sampras guy.
Andre Agassi's a cool dude too. I've met him once.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and he's a cool dude, man. Like I actually met him at a bar, and it was at a resort, though I will say that.
Okay.
But man, he was super nice, man. Super cool dude, easy to talk to.
Well, he seems like he just be chill or whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying. So
cool dude, man.
Right. Shelby says Naomi Osaka already out. Wow.
Mm.
Hey man, Wimbledon is like I know I consider Wimbledon one of the biggest, but it is what it is. Listen, we got another guy in the house, man. It's our guy Shawty. Shawty in the building. What's going on, Shawty?
Good morning. Happy 4th, gentlemen. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
What's going on, man? What you I know you owe 2 meal a day, guy, so you at least got some water on hand or some kind of protein shake.
Yeah, just some agua, ocean bourbon.
Okay.
Shotty, what's up, man?
Nothing wrong with that. Being said, imagine Agassi at the bar. Right.
Dude,
Agassi, I think Agassi was one of the more popular people, in tennis, of course.
Yeah.
Like I say, what's funny is Pete Sampras could never win on the clay. You know what I'm saying? At the French Open. I'm like, growing up, I'm like, dude, get it together. I need you to win one on the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Lance B. My God, what's going on, man? Out getting my side hustle on. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Make sure you got some fuel in the tank. I know you out there getting it. Make sure you get some water because it's hot out there. I know my boy Mike Mixon is out about today. He said it was already hot. It was like 7:45. I'm like, bruh, y'all be careful on them grills today, man. Y'all be careful on them grills. So listen, man, we shout out. I didn't tell you the topic, but we're gonna talk some sports movies today, man. I got me some basketball, football, and baseball, and some other movies. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I'm tailgating with the brethren, the UGA brethren, Amari, right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Listen, hey, man, appreciate you, Will Smith. Independence Day, the day that Will Smith saved us from the aliens when he could have been at a barbecue, baby. Y'all know what I'm saying? If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So listen, let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm gonna start with just not big three sports. This is anything but baseball, football, and basketball. This is my top 10, man. The Mighty Ducks, Dodgeball, Karate Kid, Ford versus Ferrari, Creed, Rocky 4, Gran Turismo, Talladega Nights, Race, and The Fan. Johnathan, how you feeling about that list, man? What none top 3 sports movies, like so not basketball, football, and baseball.
Well, I can tell you this. It's a sin you don't have Space Jam on there, but
oh man.
It's only because that was like my childhood. That's what made me
what Space Jam is a basketball movie.
Yeah, I know. It's just when you say sports movie, I have to gear towards that. But no. I love all the movies. I love the fact Ford versus Ferrari, man. Amazing movie, in my opinion. Talladega Nights is always going to be a classic to me. I remember I was actually in basic training when that movie was released. And I remember sitting down at the medical clinic watching that movie for the very first time, waiting to get my shots. And that's another one that will always stick with me as well. But yeah, Ford versus Ferrari, that's a great pick to put in there. Right.
Stephen G says no Miracle. Stephen G, how about if I told you I've never seen the movie Miracle? I know the hockey movie. I've never seen it.
Dude.
Right.
Good, man.
Never seen it. Is that boxing considered major?
That's considered boxing.
Yeah.
You know what? God, I can't believe I left Ali. That is boxing. I like Ali, man. I like what Will Smith did with Ali, but like in my favorite top 10, like I don't just go back and like these movies, I just go back and just watch. You know what I'm saying? But Ali, that's a good call. What about you, Jake? What you think about the list, man? Would you add anything to the list?
Yeah, there's a few. So, interesting enough, I have not seen Ford versus Ferrari.
Ooh, Ooh, you gotta watch that one. You gotta watch that one.
Yeah, it looks like that. There's one on there I haven't seen, but Mighty Ducks. I'm gonna tell you what, man, that movie for me, that's like perfect for like my time frame of coming up, right? Like I'm a little kid watching Mighty Ducks. I put on rollerblades, went out there and bashed the hell out of my little brother with out in the driveway, dude. Like I wanted to be a Smash Brother so bad.
Right. If you get a chance, you got to watch Ford versus Ferrari, man. They did a good job. For those in the comments, we're going to get to it. Listen, I got 4 lists. This is the ones that don't include baseball, basketball, and football. I have a separate list for each of those sports. I see y'all in there with the baseball, football, and basketball movies. We're going to go to that. Now going to my brother in Shawty. He's a movie buff like me. Shawty, outside of Ali, anything else you would add on here as the non-big 3 sports movie?
I've been thinking, man. I can't think of the name, but the movie that came out, I want to say maybe early 90s about the bobsledding team.
Jamaican bobsled team. Yeah. God, my brother, that's crazy. That's one of my brother's favorite sports movies.
I love that too, man.
What is the name of that movie? Anybody in the comments, man? It's the Jamaican bobsled.
I can't remember.
The song, dude, the song they sing is what gets me every time.
Cool running.
Cool
running.
Right,
there we go.
Cool running.
Yes.
Good call. Cool running. Good call, Steve. Good call, Stephen G. Listen, Cool Runnings. I like that. So yeah, man. Listen, if you haven't seen any of these movies, listen. If you want the comedy part of it, you gotta watch Dodgeball and Talladega Nights, dog. Like those are 2 the funniest sports movies. Yeah, they're two of my favorite movies, comedy anyway. And like Jake said, I grew up watching Mighty Ducks, so if you haven't seen Mighty Ducks, definitely. What's going on? Stink Ass Cat is in the building. We talking sports movies this morning, Stink Ass Cat. So right now we talking sports movies that don't involve the big 3: football, basketball, and baseball. They each have their own list. So Dodgeball 2 might be.
Hey, Coach, in the vein of Talladega Nights, I don't know if this would be considered a sports movie, but it was based off of the guy who, the stunt man for Evel Knievel, and he did all the stunts.
Oh,
what was the name of the movie? I ain't seen it.
Oh man, it's based on. It's like a Talladega Nights type of movie. It's a spoof.
I got you.
Super bad. I think it's super bad.
Super bad. Okay, yeah. I saw Super Bad. That's McLovin and when they had the fake IDs and stuff. I got you. If you're not first, you're last. That's right, Lance. If you're not first, you're last, dog.
That was so funny, man.
Man. So listen, man, let's go on to the baseball movies, dog. The baseball. So these are my favorite. I'm not saying they the best, but these are my favorite baseball movies, man. The Sandlot, Major League, Field of Dreams, Moneyball, The Natural, 42, Hardball, Brewster's Million, A League of Their Own, and The Bad News Bears. What you thinking, dog?
Yeah,
I know some famous movies that aren't on this list, but they're not my top 10. But Shawty, what you say about this top 10 right here? Would you add one?
Was Johnathan about to go? I ain't know.
No. Go ahead.
The first thing coming to me is Angels in the Outfield.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like Angels in the Outfield. Not like this top 10, but I definitely that one and Rookie of the Year I kind of grouped together with the little kid that made it to the major leagues as a pitcher or something like that.
Show me the money.
Oh man,
Brewster Million and Moneyball must watch. Trouble with the Curve is the only one I can add. I actually saw that on a list. I haven't seen that movie, Stephen G. Let me know. I'm gonna have to check that out. Trouble with the Curve. What about you, Johnathan? Would you add one?
There's really nothing else. Shawty took it right out from underneath me right at the very beginning, man. Other than that, yeah, the major leagues I loved, obviously. Anything Charlie Sheen, and yeah, Moneyball, great movie. Bad News Bears. So, do you have a preference to the old one or the new one?
I like the old one. That's the one I grew out. The original, actually. That's the one. Billy Bob Thornton was.
Yep.
So that's one of the newest. Jake, what about you, man? I got a couple of movies I'm gonna throw out there at y'all too.
Well, here's so I like all these. Like, I think it depends. Like, I'm definitely like a feel good guy when it comes to these movies. Like, I'm all about like the inspirational side. So that they came out with The Hill recently.
Okay.
And that's on, I think that's on Netflix. But man, I'll tell you what, I like that movie a lot. There's a lot to it, from like, you know, a dad, a son, right? Who, if you guys hadn't seen it, who was considered, I guess, couldn't walk as well, whatnot. And it just ended up being really good, man, from a baseball standpoint. And he goes off to, you know, follow his dreams, also become an amazing coach. So I thought The Hill was really, really good. I felt like that was, for me, a movie in general from a sports side. I was like, man, dude, like this is good. Like this gets at the soul. I like stuff like that. So yeah, for me, man, I like that. But no, other than that, it's so hard, right? Because there's so many good ones. But I think one of my favorite up there, besides The Sandlot, obviously, again, that's my era, man. But I saw a quote last night at 4th of July, the Sandlot on Twitter, that someone had posted the clip.
Right.
But 42, man, I loved 42.
Hey,
man, that movie was phenomenal.
Right. Chadwick Boseman did a really good job at 42. Rest in peace, my guy. He's actually from South Carolina. I actually played a little basketball against him in high school. We was the same class. So shout out to man. But 42 was a great movie. And then Hardball, dude. Listen, the Cucumbers, bro. Like, if you haven't seen Hardball, listen, as a coach, if you're a coach and you haven't seen Hardball, then something's going wrong. What's the draft movie with Kevin? So that's gonna be we're gonna get to the football movies in a minute. Lance B said we tried to do the flapping wings thing at an Angels game, but they still lost.
Oh man.
That doesn't work too well.
Hey, Shelby is out on vacation. If y'all didn't know, First Lady, she said, "FYI, getting a chair at the pool is like Hunger Games today." Like, be careful out there, Shelby. Listen. Don't be out there getting slayed. You know what I'm saying? So, Steve G say, "May the odds be in your favor." Right. Listen, what about basketball? Y'all see basketball?
Basketball, man.
Come on, bro. It was a funny one, man. But I was like, it can't make the top 10. But those dudes were kind of innovative with the whole basketball.
What about Mr. 3000?
I was gonna ask you that, like Bernie Mac and Mr. 3000. I definitely like that one. Didn't Kevin Costner have one called The Rookie or something like that? I haven't seen it.
That was not Kevin Costner. It's called The Rookie, but it is what's his name? He plays in. And he plays in all those sorts. He's in The Hill. He's the dad in The Hill, and I cannot remember.
Oh, okay.
Pat, is it? Oh my goodness. Maybe somebody in chat can look it up. But
somebody in the chat, let us know. The Rookie is a movie called The Rookie. It was more of a drama. I haven't seen it. I know my wife watched it one time. She said she liked it. So
yeah, it is.
But yeah, man. So that's my baseball, man. Let's go to the basketball movies. Come on, man. White Man Can't Jump, Glory Road, Coach Carter, Love and Basketball. And if you ain't old enough, you don't know about. I put Sunset, but I meant Sunset Park. Sunset Park, yeah. Man. Sunset Park. What time is it? You know what I'm saying? Above the Rim, Rebound, The Legend of Earl the Goat Manigault. Appreciate you, Stephen G. Dennis Quaid is the rookie. That's right. That's right. And then, of course, Hoosiers is a classic. And then I got to throw some comedy in there. I'm a comedy kind of guy. Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell. And then He Got Game. All right, Jake. I'm going to let you take it first, man. Anything you add to this list? Because I got a whole list of things here.
Dude, basketball movies again. Like basketball was my first love, right? Like that was the game I loved the most when I was younger. And no Air Bud. Yeah, okay. Hey man, you know that's funny because if you're a little kid, that ends up being a big one for you. But see, I loved Space Jam with Michael Jordan. I thought it was freaking phenomenal. Like for me, man, great granny. Yeah, okay, it's some cartoon stuff, but you know, you get some NBA All Stars in there, some real pros is good. White Man Can't Jump. I proved that wrong a long time ago.
Hey, the mustard's off the hot dog, people. Listen, listen. I like Space Jam. I haven't.
Yeah.
What's funny is I own it, but I haven't watched the new Space Jam. My son has seen the new one, but hasn't seen the old one. So y'all seen the new one and the old one? Is there a big like difference in how good it is, or?
See, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen.
To me, yes.
It is. Is it that bad? Is the new one that bad?
To me, yes.
It's only better from a CGI standpoint, from a technology.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
I got you. The first one was fun. I mean, you had Bugs Bunny in there and stuff. So I mean,
yeah,
you couldn't really go wrong. What about this list, Johnathan? What you think?
Besides Space Jam, a movie I really like. Honestly, it's a feel good story. Hustle.
Yeah,
right. With Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually on my list to watch this weekend.
It's good.
Isn't Anthony Edwards? Isn't he in Hustle? The UGA dude, Anthony Edwards, that played with the
Tarzan.
The small rock, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I got you. It said, Uncle Mike, come on, you need that comedy.
Yeah, that's funny, man. Uncle Mike.
It said, I'm glad you put Glory Road up there. People forget to mention out. Listen, man, Glory Road was really good. I mean, I like movies based on true story as well. So that Glory Road, Coach Carter, you know what I'm saying, Rebound, Hoosiers, all of that stuff is good there. The new Space Jam was unnecessary.
Oh yeah. Another one, honestly, it wasn't honestly one of my favorites, but I mean, way back, Like Mike. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Yeah, Like Mike with Bow Wow.
Yeah,
Like Mike.
Yeah. My kids watched it. I'll put it that way.
Oh my goodness. All right, Shawty, what you got on this list, man? I'm gonna go through a couple after you finish.
I think I got two. And I can't remember the name, but you say you like documentaries. It's a 3-part, I think 3 or 4-part documentary. You remember where they filmed the basketball lives of these guys over time? They started in high school, the 2 black kids.
You talking about Hoop Dreams?
Hoop Dreams.
Hoop Dreams, baby. And I was gonna put it on there. It's like more like you said, it's a documentary. That one, and it was listen, the 3 documentaries that I like that are basketball. Hoop Dreams is my favorite. Actually, if you've never seen the LeBron documentary, More Than Basketball, that's actually a good one. And then the Sebastian Telfair story, Sebastian is must-see TV if you haven't seen that one. That was more like a follow him around type thing. So Stink Ass Cat says excellent Hoop Dreams.
I want to cheat one time. It's not a movie. It's actually a series, Winning Time.
Okay.
Winning Time on HBO Max. It's about ain't that the Showtime Lakers? Yeah, definitely. I watched the first 2 episodes. You gotta definitely check that out. Winning Time is a really good one to watch, man. How about Blue Chips with Shaq and Penny?
Yeah, man. Yep.
You got Celtic Pride. It was like something to do. You could watch. Cornbread Earl and Me. Who's old enough to remember that? Cornbread Earl.
Oh, I don't.
Oh my God, y'all gotta watch Cornbread Earl and Me, dog. Finding Forrester. That's Sean Connery, and I forget the guy's name. He played in Coach Carter, the guy, one of the basketball players in Coach Carter. Rebound with the other Rebound. It's with Martin Lawrence. It's a comedy. He's coaching a middle school basketball team. That's what I'm a huge Martin Lawrence fan. So.
Yeah, I like Martin Lawrence too.
You're gonna throw that in there, you might well throw Juwanna Man in there.
It's one of now. Listen, that's another one. I guess you consider it a basketball movie since it's about Michael Jordan, the one that's on Prime Air.
Air was good.
Oh, about the shoe.
Yeah, about him
awesome.
and Nike and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was more about Nike than it was about basketball. So but it is about Michael Jordan. Said there's also a good doc about LA basketball legend Raymond Lewis. How about that? Wasn't he a character in White Man Can't Jump? Kobe's Oscar-winning movie, The Muse. I got you. Got you. Good stuff. There was one called Crossover, and the only reason why I watched it because I was a big and one mixtape
Crossover,
fan,
man.
And Hot Sauce was in the movie with some terrible. Listen, Les B, thank you, my man. They killed Cornbread. Gotta watch Cornbread early, man. All right, man. Let's move on to the football movies. Hey there, y'all know the Fanatic is driven by college football, so football is the thing, man. This is of course, the top is my favorite, and then a couple didn't make it on here. Just I had to cut it off at 10, but I got a list of stuff to go through. Remember the Titans, Friday Night Lights, Jerry Maguire, Any Given Sunday, Wildcats. If you ain't old enough to remember Wildcats, then listen, I don't know what to tell you. We Are Marshall, The Program, and our guy, I'm tailgating with him today, Amari Hardwick, Gridiron Game, Necessary Roughness, and Two for the Money.
You gotta have a classic on there, man. Come on.
I'm thinking of one too.
All right, Shawty, you take the shot at
me and Johnathan might be on the same page. How you not have Burt Reynolds' Long Yard?
Yeah, okay.
Listen, man, I'll be honest with you. I like the remake of The Longest Yard better than the original. It's on my other list though. I like the one with Nelly and Adam Sandler, baby.
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah, that's pretty funny, man.
I told you, man, Johnathan was on the same page.
Right. Johnathan, what you think? Other than The Longest Yard, the original with Burt Reynolds.
Oh man, that's one of my favorites. Way up there. Comedy, Waterboy, man. The Waterboy's got me on there.
Right. I got that on the other list of movies that didn't make it. What about you, Jake? Any other movies that you could think of that didn't make it? Listen, man. You and Shawty played D1. Y'all should be on the football movies.
Wow, 100, man. Like Rudy. How do you not have Rudy up there, man? I knew somebody was going to say Rudy.
Rudy was offsides. Go Dogs.
Yeah, hey, there it is. I'm going to tell you what. From mine. Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good.
Varsity Blues.
When we played them in 2017. That's what I had that as like my background picture on Facebook or something. I said Rudy was offsides. Go Dogs. Oh man, go ahead, Jake. Varsity Blues. That's a good one, Stephen G. I see you.
The Blind Side.
Dr. G getting in here. The Blind Side. That was definitely a good one, based off a real story about Michael Orr from Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Didn't he end up bringing a suit against him for not paying him some money or from the movie or whatever?
He claimed he didn't get any royalties.
None.
He claimed.
Wow, and that was a super popular movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you wasn't a football fan, you still watched that. So
I actually did a show on that topic. I kind of went into detail on some of the numbers and stuff.
So, like, when how much did you have numbers on like how much the movie actually made?
Yeah, well, it was several different takes on it, but I forgot. Don't let me lie to you, but it's been a while since I did it. Just say like the movie made. They said if it made like 120 million. The family got like money up front
to do the movie.
Yeah, they split the money between the two parents and the two kids. Then I think they got, if I'm right, maybe like a 3 or 4% royalty on the movie. And he claimed he didn't get none of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, actually, the funny thing is, I was thinking about doing a video on that because they dropped the lawsuit. The numbers finally came out, and he got He received 138,000. That's it.
Wow,
he got dogged out.
Yeah, he got shafted because the kids got more than that up front.
Way more.
In the movie about him. That's what's crazy, dog.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Because of the way they adopted him, that legal documentation they had on him, he had no authority over anything.
Yeah, it was a conservatorship or something like that.
There it is.
Ooh.
Dude, that's
so basically what they did, it was almost kind of like, we had legal rights over you, but you really weren't part of our family. We just could make legal rights. So you're not entitled to the money because you're not really part of the family.
And shout out to our guy CA getting in here. That's right, man. UGA running back Iron E. Singleton was in the movie. He actually, if you've ever watched the Respect the Hedges live stream, he's in our opening. He is at the end. He played the drug dealer in the movie that was trying to get Michael Orr to you know what I'm saying, take part in some stuff he shouldn't be taking part in. What about, let's see what we got. Y'all said Rudy. Lucas, does anybody remember Lucas, the nerd in high school? He ended up playing a field goal kicker or something. I don't know. That was a good one. It was, I don't know. Right. The Last Boy Scout with Damon Wayans and what's his Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis.
That was kind of action.
I don't know if it's a count, but Little Giants.
Little Giants. Yeah. Little Giants. Yep. That's right. Now, one that was almost in my top 10, I really liked it. It was the Ernie Davis stories, The Express.
Yes.
The Express was really good, showing really good. His life. Jim Brown was leaving Syracuse as Ernie was coming in. Mm-hmm. So that was a really good one. Listen, I like The Replacements. It was a funny movie. It wasn't great acting. That's right. Dr. G get in and say radio. Radio is really big around here. Radio actually was based off of T.L. Hanna High School here in the upstate, right down, not too far from Clemson. That's actually the high school that Chadwick Boseman went to.
It's true.
Okay. Same high school. Yeah, radio was a big one. Invincible.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg.
I think everybody wishes they could be that guy.
Right. Just go try out for the team. You know what I'm saying? You play no college ball and that. You just working at a bar.
That's right, man. Screw it. I'm gonna go return kicks for
Philadelphia. Philly spirit, baby, overcomes everything. Let them tell it.
Right. So thank you, Lance B. I know the reason why we get down, dog. Luke give up the ball and puke. That was the Lucas movie. That's what I'm talking about. That's old school right there, dog.
I never watched it, but did you guys see American Underdog? I never watched the movie.
That's freaking phenomenal.
Now, what is that about there, Jake?
That is Kurt Warner's story about how he did. His story is you want to talk about somebody who went through the ups and downs and somehow got on top because you just doing the right thing in life. I talk about karma. I talked about it yesterday on Coach Sean's show. Yeah, but I was talking about karma and honestly, like just living life right and doing the right thing, like it will come back and help you eventually. And that's why it's really important that we go through our days and we think about, we sow what, we reap what we sow. Right. And so, Kurt Warner, from a standpoint of like a person and who he is, that dude is a good dude. And it just talks about his story of how he gets that chance to get into the NFL and what he's able to do with it once he can. But you want to talk about some truly humble moments in life. That dude had to go through a lot to get to where he's at. So it's a great movie.
Hey guys, I got one for you. It's in pre-production right now. But the Stetson Bennett story, Stetson Bennett is going to be the greatest documentary of all time.
Okay, man. Yeah.
Well, are they really making one?
I'm sure they are.
They have to.
They're probably
like that would be dope. That would be dope, man.
And I like Stetson Bennett a lot.
Something to throw out there, man. I don't know if it's like, listen, I didn't think it was too good. The Rock had one called The Game Plan. It was about him and his daughter. It was all right. Lance B gets in and said the real Vince Papale played a season in the World Football League before trying out for the Eagles. Okay, that's good. The movies have to, they got to make it dramatic, dog. Dude just walked out the bar and go try out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you want to know one that I liked? I just recently saw it because I had kept like waiting to watch it, but I watched My All American. If you guys have not seen that, right? That is on the safety from Texas. And don't get me wrong, like I'm weird about, Texas stuff. I'm not a real big fan. No, I'm just kidding. I'm cool with Texas. I just say that because the other day someone got pissed off because I said some Texas stuff. Right. But it's on Freddie Steinmark. He's the safety. He has the statue in their tunnel, right? He is the dude who throughout his life, people said maybe he was too small or whatnot, but he was always really fast. And he was always that dude who went out there and he worked his butt off, and like the rest of the team around him kind of fell on the same work ethic he had. And he ends up going to Texas, plays safety, but he ends up getting bone cancer. And it's towards the end of his career. And this guy had like a heck of a college career. And so it was impressive, man. My All-American was good. It gave me a lot of like feel for like, man, dude, like I didn't know this was a Texas based, deep history. Right. That's cool. So it's a good story. Yeah, it really was, man. I like
Sooner in Texas. Appreciate you getting in here this morning on the Breakfast Tailgate, man. Listen, he said, can't forget the Netflix series. All American. Listen, it is about the guy. Listen, I'll tell you, the first season I felt like was really good. it was what, the rest of the stuff that they, kept going. And it's like, man, listen, man, you're a high school student. You should not be under that much pressure, bro. You should have been.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good series. And then they end up killing off the coach in the bus accident or something like that in the 5th or 6th season, something like that. But good call, Sooner in Texas there. Dr. G says fantasy football. There's a movie called Fantasy Football. If it is, I haven't seen it. What can we watch that on?
The draft. Have you guys seen the draft?
The draft with Kevin Costner was good. I think somebody mentioned that early on in the chat. So that was actually a good movie, I thought. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So.
Well, I was just gonna say, if you want to talk about series now, just to go to somebody else's point about a TV series. Now, the TV series that The Rock had when he was the agent is definitely better than
Ballers. That was on HBO. That was on HBO. Ballers, yeah. That was a really good. They showed the life, like, right?
Yes, they did.
That was like Hard Knocks on steroids.
Yep.
Fantasy football. Oh, I think I remember the preview now, Dr. G. Mario stars in it where like his wife or his daughter or somebody has control of him, like he's a game, almost like he's a game, but he's playing.
Oh yeah.
I haven't actually watched it, but I'm gonna actually have to check that one out. There was a movie called Safety on Disney. It was about Clemson's safety that had their mother ended up going to jail, I think, and he had to move his little brother in with him on campus.
Yep.
Now, I do have some Clemson friends here in the upstate. They said the movie was decent, but it didn't tell the whole picture. But they did have to make concessions for him at Clemson so that he could move his brother in with him into family housing. Stephen G said, yeah, it's a newer movie. Did you actually see that, Stephen G? If so, what did you think about fantasy football? Big Titans in the building. What's going on, Big Tight? Say, what up, fellas? All right.
You know which other one? You talking about a feel good story, Jake? Greater, the one about the Arkansas walk on.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, man. I had a hard time not crying.
Yeah, that was a tough movie. That was
freaking got to me, dude. I'm emotional, man. I get a little emotional over these things, dude. I got a soft heart in this shell of a hammer. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. Dude, it got to me.
I love the way they did the movie. How it was kind of like both back and forth of in the moment and then going back. It's like, oh God, you're right though.
Dude.
Stephen G says fantasy football is all right, not top 10. It's gonna be hard to break the top 10 with some of these on here. How y'all fellas feel about Concussion with Will Smith?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. That was a unique one for me because
that's a hard watch.
Right,
that ended my career. So.
I remember you telling me. That's why I was like, how do you feel about the movie? Did they do a good job, you think, kind of depicting the CTE information?
I think so. It's interesting, right, as we get more advanced and we go through this time. It's crazy because I played right in that cusp of time right before that stuff becomes big, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like right before that really, like I can't tell you how many games I played in. I mean, in the way they've changed the rules now, but I was a headhunter. Like that was what I was known for. I mean, I'm 6'3", 220 playing safety. Like I was known to come downhill and I would lead with my head in these tackles and I would give myself these concussions. Like it wasn't because of what I was doing, right? Instead of changing the form, I just would put it all right into that compact punch and man, dude, I would play through those, and in long term, that's what ends up ending my entire career. Put it this way, I was told by a doctor that if they would have let me keep playing, there is a potential I would have gone completely deaf. And I'm deaf in my left ear, and because I was getting so many concussions, it was separating. There's 3 bones that come together in your ear, and it was separating the bones, and they were not coming fully back together in the one ear I can hear out of. And I didn't even know that part. It just ended my career from the amount of concussions that I had basically given. So yeah, it was a very in-depth movie that I think gets you really thinking when you're like, damn, I wish I would have known this, or they would have had this information, or if maybe put it out earlier, right? So
if you've ever had a concussion, man, like it's a hard movie to watch. If you kind of know about that, it's a hard watch.
Okay. Yeah, but hey, I think they did a good job, getting Will Smith to play that role. He's I think Will Smith is a good actor. He's one of my favorites. So, hey man, we're doing it, man, on sports movies on Breakfast Tailgate with Coach I. Hey man, y'all hit the thumbs up button. We got a good number of people in here starting their 4th of July off with us, man. Hopefully you don't have to work, and if you do, you get off early. If you want to support the show, buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/fan-addict. Shout out to Stink Ass Cat. Jason from Hall of Fame College Football, and Shelby, First Lady, man. They are our supporters of the week. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate everybody, man. But yeah, man, we got some more movies to talk about here. So we're gonna go back here. All right. So what about Tin Cup? This is just all sports movies now. So what about Tin Cup? How y'all feeling about Kevin Costner and Tin Cup? You haven't seen Tin Cup?
Yep.
Wow, I think it's a pretty funny movie actually, but it's I think it's more of a drama. But
yeah, see, I like more The Legend of Bagger Vance.
I like that one.
That movie was freaking. That was so.
Now,
good.
Is that based on I know like the Bagger Vance, was that like a real golfer or something back in the day? I don't
know. No, it's a caddy. It's based off his caddy.
Yeah, caddy.
Yeah,
I got you.
I did see that.
But man, dude, that was good.
That's Will Smith too, right?
That's Will Smith,
right?
man. He's the caddy.
Yeah,
freaking awesome.
I saved a little time just for that, Stephen G. I saved a little time just for that. Bagger Vance was a killer.
Take those clubs and beat you.
What about do we consider the first Fast and Furious movie a sports movie because they was racing?
Dude,
like it's like
I got a couple of teenagers that live next door who do that every day, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Now I seem old, man, because I used to do the same shit.
How about we say legal sports?
Legal sports, okay, yeah, legal sports. Got you. Right. How about The Big Lebowski? That was about bowling.
Yeah.
I like that.
We gotta go leave our female listeners out that was young and watching Bring It On. Listen, Bring It On was a cheer competition movie, and cheerleading was serious in Bring It On. Gabrielle Union's introduction to the world, let me tell it. So, all right, I got a racing movie that's not the serious movie; it's a kid movie, Cars.
Oh,
man, you don't like Cars, though. Like, come on, you gotta like Cars.
You don't like Cars.
The Ladybugs.
Ladybugs.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Ladybugs, the soccer movie. That was Will Ferrell too, right?
Dude,
the new one.
Okay.
Definitely not the old one.
No. The one with Will Ferrell is Scream or kicking and screaming or something like that.
That was hilarious.
Right. Brian Song is a really popular one. There was one about the guy who went to jail for, it was a black guy went to jail for assault on his girlfriend, but he was actually not guilty. God, it was a true story. And
that just made me think of Hurricane though. I know you're talking about that, but it made me think of Hurricane.
The boxing movie with Denzel. Boxing.
Oh yeah.
And then there's also a basketball movie, Hurricane Season, with Forrest Whitaker about Louisiana. I want to say Louisiana. Rodney Dangerfield was the Ladybuzz. That's right. What was the one Rodney Dangerfield was in when he went back to college to be on the swim team with his son?
Oh yeah, when he did like the triple dipple jump out
the triple decker or something like that. Yeah. I forget what the name of that one was.
Great movie.
That was a good movie.
I think it's like two of them.
I think so. And then there was one it was about a stalker. It's called Swim Fan. I don't know if y'all ever watched that one. Swim Fan, where he was stalking the girl that was on the swim team. He got game. Yeah, we had that one on the list. Now,
go
ahead, Jonathan.
Was Necessary Roughness on there or no?
Yeah. That's okay. I thought
you
know it. Come on, dog. We about to part. Who was that? Scott Bakula and Sinbad. Come on, dog. Definitely had Brian Banks. That's the movie, man. So you're you here today, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, Brian Banks. That was a really good movie. That was tough though, man. That dude did some time. Lost all their scholarships and stuff. That actually happened to a kid that was actually supposed to go to Alabama like mid 2000s or something like that. Him and his girlfriend, you know, they were under 18, of course, and the parents ended up making her kind of press some charges on him, so he lost his scholarship to Alabama or whatever.
It's not an official movie, but it's definitely like a YouTube documentary that they also have on the kid that went to Baylor, who was charged with rape and ended up with false accusation. He ended up losing his career. That's a pretty good movie too. I mean,
hey man, that's serious out here, man. You gotta like you're under 18. I get it. They girlfriend, boyfriend. As we was growing up in our time, it's like we didn't really think about that, but that stuff was kind of happening.
There's like I'm gonna tell you what though, when you go into school and Shawty, I don't know if they had this at Georgia. I'm sure they did, but one of the first things we did, right, was one of the first things they did is they would put you into a class and they would tell you the do's and don'ts, basically, in like they were strict rules of a whole bunch. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the meeting around the girl stuff gets real weird. They say there's some things in there you don't even think about. You're like, oh my God, this stuff happens. And they're like, yep, we wouldn't tell you if it doesn't happen. And I'm like, no.
Right. I know you got in with us a little late, my dog. See, our league, Bad News Bears, Major League. You already know, man. Bad News Bears was definitely on the top 10 baseball list. Creed. Listen, I think Creed is a real good movie, and they actually set to make Creed 4. By the way, you got 1, 2, and 3. They're set to make 4. I think that's good. Lance B gets in and say the dive in Back to School. Stephen G and Dr. G says Back to School was the movie with Rodney Dangerfield when he was on the swim team, and then the Triple Lindy was the name of his special dive. Hey man, to finish the show, man, last 10 minutes or so, man, we're gonna talk about the best patriotic movie since it is the 4th of July. If you are, I want to remind you again, if you are outside and you're taking part in some festivities, it's hot outside. Stay hydrated. Be careful. Don't shoot firecrackers and fireworks where it's illegal, like I did when I was in college. Again, I almost burnt down the University of Tennessee, if I let me tell it.
What's the guy that played for the Giants that lost his fingers? DN that went to Tampa.
Yes.
He blew the cherry bomb up in his hand.
I mean, blew. I mean, the dude's like, you know,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't do that. So I'll start. Of course, you know, I started off with Independence Day with Will Smith. Of course, that's one always a good favorite. Listen, I own the second one. I haven't watched. My wife said it wasn't worth watching. The second Independence Day was supposed to be, I guess, Will Smith's.
I'm gonna tell you to watch it.
You want me to watch it? I have to watch it. Okay. She said it was. She said it was kind of like the same thing over, I guess I would say. So everybody in the comments, you watching. What's your favorite patriotic movie? It doesn't necessarily have to be about 4th of July, but it could just be about the military or anything like that. The Patriot with Mel Gibson, I've always liked that movie. What about you, Johnathan? What you got?
Sports, definitely Miracle. If you guys haven't seen Miracle, you gotta watch that.
You have to watch that.
Patriotic. I mean, the Patriots way up there. Man, that
I know. Put you on the spot.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think here.
Jake, Shawty, jump in there.
I got 3. Okay. So from a sports, I love the Jesse Owens movie.
That's the race.
Yeah, Jesse Owens.
That was on the list for sure.
Yeah, Jesse Owens movie's good.
What he did in front of Hitler was just nothing short of amazing. It's just crazy.
I love that, man. I love the whole story. I did my senior project on Jesse Owens. Absolutely love that. The other one from a military / like patriotic is I loved American Sniper.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you what, that dad, that is like the way I was kind of raised. Put it that way. Early in the movie when his brother's getting his ass kicked and he goes and fights the dude and comes home, he goes, here's the deal. If you're gonna fight, right, you better not start it. But if you're gonna fight, you better finish it.
Right.
And we're not sheep, we're dogs, right? And so I'll tell you that was like that mindset that we were. Our dad was pretty hardcore growing up. And I'll tell you, man, like that movie, I love American Sniper. I love that story in general.
American Sniper was real good. Yep.
And then I think I just had it, and I had to look because I was like, wait a minute. Oh, okay. The only other one, man, and I love this, is I love I guess semi-patriotic, but I'm a big Top Gun guy.
Top Gun.
Yeah,
Dr. G gets in with Top Gun as well. Listen, all right. Top Gun is one of my top 5 favorite movies. I got a question for you, Jake.
The new one, man.
I was about to say, which one better, new one or old one?
Boy, that's it, man. It's so
hard. It's hard.
The new one, the storyline.
They're really two different movies, to be honest.
They really are. But didn't they do a good job, Shawty, though? Like,
great job.
Considering how long it had been since the original. They did a good job with that.
Phenomenal job.
And I like the way they bridged the gap, though, between what's his name and his son and stuff like that.
Right, Goose and Goose's son. Yep. And how Tom Cruise, Maverick, he had got some promotions, but he still hit a ceiling because of all his antics and stuff like that. That was like, I was like, man, that movie was dope. So
it's fun. That's what you call it.
Stevie G say Maverick is better than the original. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
We used to call our DBs now, we go into fighter pilot school.
I'm gonna hit y'all with one, and this because I'm the first time to say this. I'm a big sci-fi guy, so Independence Day definitely ranks up there for me.
Yeah,
big facts.
But the sociologist in me, The Purge.
Oh, dude, it's a crazy.
Listen, man,
just because the sociologist in me.
Listen, man, The Purge, dog. I can't.
I've
never seen it. Don't want to watch it because I like it's too real. That's what it's too real. Because even from the previews, I feel like if they were to give us that, yes, that people would do these things, because I just feel like there's some evil people in this world.
I think it's called one Purge Independence Day, right? I think it's like 4 of them.
Right, there's like 4 of them. My daughter loves them. Yeah.
I was in law enforcement. I saw The Purge 24/7. Happened all the time, man.
No, that's crazy. WG says Glory. Glory is definitely a historic one. That's right. I'd say Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg is up there. One of my favorite, I'd say patriotic / military, 13 Hours. Bro, 13 hours. When I tell you them dudes is in Benghazi, like
crazy.
If you want to be in the foxhole, you want dudes with that mentality. Like if we going out, we going out swinging. And it's like them dudes held it down, dog. I was like,
now, what was the one based off of real life? Was it Band of Brothers? Like it was based off of
Band of Brothers wasn't true. It's basically
Yeah, I was about to say a lot of them are kind of like definitely loosely based on history and stories.
But I thought these guys
was all the way
real army men that were actually acting in the movie.
Yeah, like Band of Brothers. Yeah, they weren't acting in it, but they were telling the story as the old men.
Okay, well, I might be thinking about another one, but I had never seen a 50 cal eat up cars like this in my life. It was just
it wasn't that most likely. Saving Private Ryan. I don't know why I didn't think about that one.
Saving Private Ryan. That's a long movie, man. That is a long movie. Stephen G says Live Free or Die Hard. Listen, my brother loves the Die Hard series. I'm not a huge Die Hard. I don't know. I just can't really get into it. Men of Honor.
That's it. Men of Honor. That's what it was.
There we go.
Men of Honor. Yes, that was a really good movie. Cuba Gooding Jr. That was a good one. The 300. Sooner, Texas. Remind me what that one is about. The 300
Spartans.
No, Spartans. I don't think he's talking about the Spartans. That can't be patriotic.
Yeah, what? That's just like a badass.
I think he might be talking about the Airmen, the Tuskegee Airmen type thing. 300.
Okay,
that was a good movie. Tuskegee Airmen, actually.
Tuskegee Airmen was definitely a good movie. Let's see.
Aviator was pretty good.
Hacksaw Ridge. My wife really likes it. I was up and down on it. I think it's a good acting. Air Force One. We're gonna call that one patriotic with Harrison Ford.
I like it.
So, Red Tail, Stephen G, do you like it better than the original Tuskegee Airmen movie with Lawrence Fishburne? The new one is Red Tails.
Yeah, Red Tails is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he said, it's 300. The Spartans fighting off.
I don't know how that. Yeah.
Right. A few good men. I think a few good men might have the best cast of characters in any one movie, especially like all of them wasn't like, like Jack Nicholson at the time was huge, but everybody else was on their way up. So, a few good men, definitely. If you don't get hype on the part where, he asked him, if he wanted to give him the truth, like just that one scene alone, dude, like that was one of the most classic scenes.
You can't handle the truth.
Right. Black Hawk Down. I think that one was supposed to be loosely based on real life. It's National Treasure, a holiday 4th of July patriotic movie, dog.
Well, what's the one about? I mean, that was basically based off of independence because it was doing the civil rights. What's the movie with my boy when he get whipped? Denzel Washington, his famous scene. What's the movie?
That was Civil War. That was Glory.
Yeah. Glory.
Yeah.
Glory.
Did we say Glory?
I think Dr. G got in and said Glory earlier. Yeah, Denzel actually was in a couple of them. He's in Glory. He was in if you haven't seen what was it called? It was about he was a soldier. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to look it up now. Denzel soldier movie. Cry Freedom, even though it wasn't an American movie, was a really good movie, true story about the apartheid in Africa. Just want to say that one. Oldie but goodie. Sands of Iwo Jima and Battle of Midday. Right. The actual. What about Sooner in Texas? Do you like the newer movie Midday? I watched that one. That was real good. Pearl Harbor was a good movie. That's a long movie too. Mars Jam gets in here. What's going on, Mars Jam? Appreciate you joining the show. Devotion, a newer one. That's a newer one for real. I know a sports movie I wanted to ask y'all if y'all saw. I haven't seen it. Boys in the Boat. I think it came out last year. You seen that one, Jake?
No, but I've kind of know the story behind it. That's kind of like funny. It's like a Jesse Owens movie. Really. I mean, it really is, and that's it's all based on University of Washington rowing team. Granted, they have the top rowing team in the world, and they're one of them for college. But I mean, that rowing facility there is insane. Oh my gosh, because it's all in the Lake Washington. But yeah, that's about that. The gold winning row team. That's a good movie. It's really good. Yeah.
Okay. The movie Denzel movie I was thinking about was A Soldier's Story. He was a soldier. That was a really good movie. Somebody earlier, I think it was Dr. G, said Hidden Figures about the ladies that was helping us get the space mission.
The astronaut women. I mean the NASA women.
Right, working behind the scenes. Let's see. There's a couple I haven't seen.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah. Good Morning Vietnam. Right. Kim gets in with the Good Morning Vietnam. Robin Williams, rest in peace. What about Born on the 4th of July? Isn't that Tom Cruise? I haven't seen it, but it's a really popular one of those ones they mentioned.
I'm in San Antonio, so I can't mention. I'm not a fan of the movie, The Alamo. I'm not a huge fan. I don't think it was that good, but I'm in San Antonio. So.
All right. What about Apollo 13? We call that patriotic? I don't know. It's definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Platoon. Now that's an old one.
Now, that's a great movie.
It is a good movie though.
Right.
I enjoyed that one a lot.
Let's see. Now, Rocky 4, I had on the sports movie is America against Russia. I mean, hey, what we doing, baby?
Super paid.
Man, I love Creed 2. Creed 2.
Listen, man, Creed. I think the Creed series altogether from start to finish is going to end up being better overall if you're taking all the movies than the Rocky. I do. No, Rocky 2 was just with ain't that one with Mr. T?
Yeah,
that's three. That's three.
First two was him and Apollo, so that was good. Like
the first four were awesome.
Yeah,
first four Rocky movies were awesome.
But what about the rest of them though?
I'm gonna tell you what, Creed. Like, there's no way that a guy gets out of jail for the heavyweight championship. I'm just saying, it just don't happen. That just don't happen. It just don't happen, bro.
They try to really stay with like this same sort of feel that you get from like the Rocky movies, right? Because Mr. T basically is the dude that he's fighting, in Creed 3. So it's like the same theory.
But Mr. T had a boxing background. I mean, they got him since the Junior Olympics or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was the guy, Shawty.
He's in jail with everyone's ass. Everyone's ass, dude.
I don't know how we didn't mention that one.
Right. Chicken says, Patriotic. What's going on, Chicken? Appreciate you getting in. Say Armageddon. Armageddon, I really do like Armageddon. That's actually, I used to watch that movie over and over and over and over.
Who sings that song again? Who's it again? Who sings the song?
That's Aerosmith.
Yeah. Aerosmith, yeah.
Aerosmith, yeah.
That's part of the movie, right?
Forrest Gump. Do we consider Forrest Gump a patriotic movie? I would say
I can see that.
Because
it crossed over the timeline kind of.
What's crazy is, Stephen G, after I did my list of football movies and I actually looked up football movies and sports movies, it was under football and running because he played football in the movie for Alabama and he was running or something. I was like, I don't know if I consider Forrest Gump a sport.
You know, that one of the favorite famous line, I was running.
Right. So, yeah, I definitely would consider that a patriotic movie. Patriot Games, that's right. Patriot Games. Let's see, what do we call it? It says here these 10 patriotic movies for the 4th. American Graffiti, would we call that? This is a list on Netflix.com. Born on the 4th of July, of course. The Five Bloods, that was about the guys that was in Vietnam, I think it was, or Iraq. Let me see. Five Bloods, Vietnam. It was a Spike Lee movie about the black guys in Vietnam. Remember the Titans?
Oh, I did try to watch that. I couldn't get
we did have that one on the list. Chicken earlier. Earlier we did have it on the list. Hacksaw Ridge, Mudbound. I haven't watched Mudbound, so I don't know about that.
I think Chadwick Boseman in Five Bloods too.
I think so.
I think that one the last movie he did, I think, before he passed.
Right. And what's crazy is he was doing all the Avenger movies and stuff, and he was already sick and stuff, and we didn't even know it.
Yeah. That's
the Redeem Team documentary, patriotic, baby. All right. That's
you know a comedy that we haven't mentioned is literally about America. Team America. Do you remember that?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. What is that one about?
Oh, dude.
Is it like a spoof?
It is literally the little cartoon guys, America. Yeah. You know those guys? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Where they're all running around like little puppets, you know?
Going over Kim Jong-un and North Korea, you know?
Oh my God. Osama bin Laden, I think's in there. Like, I mean, yeah.
All right. So we talking movies to end this show, dog. I'm going to put y'all on the spot. We're going to go around, and I want you to tell me your top 3 favorite movies of all time. I don't care what the genre. Right. Top 3. You got to give me 3 right now. Top 3. Who wants to volunteer to go? Okay, Jake, ready? Jake,
how about we do one at a time? That'll give each one of us time.
Okay. All right. So, Jake, give me your first. And people in the comments, top 3 movies of all time. All right, Jake, start with your first movie, man. What's your first movie?
Oh my God, this is I have so many running, but
don't have to be in order.
I know I feel this way about this movie. So my number one for sure is definitely going to be. Oh, I'm going back and forth right now. I know, man. I know it's happening. No, I got to go with. I got to go with Gladiator.
Love it. Gladiator.
God, they're so close. There's like 2 different ones I want to pick from, but
Chicken says, Shawty, don't say Titanic.
That's messed up, chicken.
That's right. We're having a little fun here on the Breakfast Tailgate, talking sports movies, all movies. Now we're into favorite movies to end the show. Jake starting us off with the Gladiator. All right, Johnathan, give us one.
I'm doing this because it's something that I watched with my family, and then my daughter and my son I watched, and we've already talked about it, but Space Jam is like a legacy. Like it's just a movie we sit down and watch together, right? During the holidays and stuff like that. I can see it.
Listen, that's the thing. What makes like favorite stuff, where there's restaurants, movies, places to go, it's the memories that you create. You know what
exactly. So and it merges my love with sports with my kids, and they can watch. You know what I mean? That side, so it merges that.
Right. All right, Shawty, give us one. All
right, man. I'm gonna be a little odd because I'm a big sci-fi horror guy and all of that. Okay. So I'm gonna categorize my best movies just because I can watch it at any time. I don't care if it's on TV. I have to pop it in. I can just watch it at any time. So my first one is gonna be Event Horizon.
Event Horizon. I like that. That was definitely sci-fi. That was a good movie too, man. That was a good movie. So my first one, in no particular order, my boy B Shaw tapped in with me earlier this morning. I don't know if you're still watching B Shaw, but when we was in college, if we wasn't playing spades, we was watching gangster films. And one of my first one is not Scarface, but it's Carlito's Way. Carlito's Way is top 3 for me. I can watch Carlito's Way at any point in time, man. I think it's one of the best gangster films. I think it's one of Pacino's best films that he ever done. If you haven't seen Carlito's Way, so much so that I won't even watch Carlito's Way Rise to Power. I won't give them the satisfaction of ruining that for me.
It will.
So like my wife was like, "Why you never watch it?" I'm like, you can't follow up a classic with something with Diddy in it, dog. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, we're not doing that. So, all right, Johnathan, number 2.
Oh, man, this is. I mean, Gladiator was definitely in my top 3, but I'll give you another one that I've watched numerous times. A Beautiful Mind.
Oh, yeah,
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. That was it was a really good movie. That's a good one. Good call, Johnathan. All right, let's get to one of the viewers here first. Dr. G says, "Coming to America, Love Jones, and Best Man Holiday, all classic." Do you like Best Man Holiday more than the original that came out when we was at Georgia, Dr. G? Don't do that to me now. Come on now. All right, Jake, number 2.
Oh man, again, we run into these, but see, again, to go to the sports side of things, for me, I go straight to Remember the Titans. I love Remember the Titans. I love the team concept. I love how he gets everyone to come together in this way. The story behind it, obviously, it's real. And I mean, it is, man, for me, I love it. And I love the character. I'm going to be honest, man, like, how Denzel is in that movie reminds me of how my coach was, who recruited me for University of Washington, Stephen Wilkes. Stephen Wilkes is that he has that same personality type, and he sounds like him too, which is crazy. But yeah, he reminds me a lot of who Denzel plays in that movie. And I'll tell you, man, it's just I love that movie. I can watch it any time, and I will watch it all the way through.
All right, man. Stephen G gets in and says, "Lord of the Rings," one of my wife's favorite trilogies, The Outsiders and Twister. Oh, all good. Oh, so Stephen G, that means you're looking forward to Twisters, the new one that's coming out.
I just saw that.
Right.
Dude, they're merging together.
Right. All right, Shawty, give me a second one, man.
Man, like I say, I'm a big sci-fi and horror guy. I could stay in that genre, but I'm gonna try to be a little bit different. So I'm gonna go with an action movie, and I'm gonna hit you with Heat.
Oh yeah.
Shawty, all in my top 5. Heat almost made my top 3. I told you I love gangster film type stuff, man. Heat. Listen, if he just didn't have to go back and get revenge at the end, Heat one of them movies that make you root for the bad guy.
That pride, man. It's that pride always the downfall, man.
Right.
It's a woman of pride. The downfall is
that's right, man.
Right. Right. Chicken said Twister is an Oklahoma staple. That's right. It
is, dude.
Listen, man, I am a comedy guy and action and gangster type. Like, I like a lot of movies, but the comedy, gangster, action, all of that. So since I went with gangster, I'm gonna give you a comedy. Listen, man, Wedding Crashers is one of my favorite movies, man. Listen, Listen, Wedding Crashers is one of them things I can go back and find something new to laugh at every single time. If you haven't seen Wedding Crashers, listen, man, take some time and watch Wedding Crashers. All right, we'll start up. Johnathan, give us your third one, man. Give us your third one.
So my third one, I got to give you 2 because it's hard to pick between. So another one, staple family movie I watched with my kids, and I don't know how we didn't mention this before, is a semi-patriotic movie, Men in Black. It's something I watch with my kids quite a bit, but a newer movie that I really love is just one of those movies, Interstellar. I know it's a long movie.
But
man was at peace together.
Got you. All right, Chicken gets in and says, How to Train a Dragon. Listen, I waited a long time to watch that, and I watched it with my son. It was actually really good. Blazing Saddles, one of the classic comedies of all times, and then Gray Man. Gray Man was actually really good. I actually did like Gray Man. Good picks, Chicken. All right, Shawty, give us your third one, dog.
All right, man. Once again, I'm gonna step outside the box. I'm gonna hit you with a comedy. And y'all probably haven't seen this. It's a black exploitation movie. Petey Wheatstraw, The Devil's Son-in-Law.
I saw Petey Wheatstraw. Hey, man, that's old school right there. So Petey Wheatstraw, good call, Shawty. Shawty bringing it back. If you're not a movie buff, you're not old enough, then listen, man, you don't know nothing about Petey Wheatstraw. You got to go back and watch that, man.
Rudy Ray Moore, man, great comedian.
Right, Rudy Ray Moore. That's right. R.I.P. Rudy Ray. All right, Jake. Finish your list, man. Give us a third one, man.
Yeah, so this one's tough, right? Because I from a comedy standpoint, like I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Remind me who plays in Wedding Crashers? Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn, baby.
Right. I love Vince Vaughn, his like style of comedy and how he just goes. But I'm not going to Vince Vaughn route. I love I died laughing all the time is from a comedy because I gotta go two here. Step Brothers, right? Step Brothers. I laughed so freaking hard, so stupid, but so funny. Like I mean, because you got a lot of guys like that nowadays. There's a lot of dudes doing that life nowadays. And the other one I'll tell you, man, is I love, and this is from the kid side of me that again with my kids, that I will never ever not like is The Lion King.
Oh,
I am.
All right. I love The Lion King. I always told people, growing up, Aladdin, the animated, and The Lion King was just different. You know what I'm saying? I haven't watched the live action Lion King. Some people say they didn't, it doesn't do the original justice.
No, they're making another one too.
Right, I saw that. It's about Scar or something like or Simba or something. Mufasa. Yeah.
It looks so. I'm telling you what, that looks good.
Okay.
It looks good. Go watch the trailer for that.
Y'all cheated. Y'all got two. My second one would have been Tropic Thunder.
Oh yeah.
Listen, man, we're just a dude playing a dude out here representing another dude.
Dude, that was good.
For real.
Just a dude playing a dude standing next to the next dude.
Right there, right. What do you mean, you people? Listen, man, that movie was funny.
What do you mean, you people?
Now, if you're offended easily, do not watch Tropic Thunder. Yeah. But listen, man, if you like those kind of comedies, it is a classic for sure. Listen, man, I'm going to go with my last one. And I want to say before I do, man, I appreciate everybody rocking with us this morning on the 4th of July. We talked a little sports movies, some patriotic movies, and then, hit our top 3. And honestly, I could do a whole show on movies to be a couple of shows, to be honest with you, man. I'm a big action guy, again, I said. And we are, me, my wife, and my son. My daughter watches them too, but not like we do. But we are a Marvel family, dog. I love Marvel movies, especially the Avengers timeline. My favorite one in the Avengers timeline is Captain America: Civil War. Like that's the movie I'm gonna go with for that one. It felt like it was supposed to be one of the Avenger movies, like they had Avengers 1, then Age of Ultron, and then Endgame. It felt like before Endgame and Infinity War came out, the Captain America Civil War felt like, because it had so many of the characters.
Hey, Coach, can I second that? I'm gonna tell you why I think a lot of people, in my opinion, like Civil War. And I'm a big Marvel fan too, and DC.
Yeah, me too.
But Civil War is a movie that's very realistic. It's before you got into all these superpowered beings. Once you get into superpowered beings, it's very hard to put them on camera. You see what I'm saying? But when you're dealing with people like Captain America and Winter Soldier, you can put them on camera because they people. You don't have to use so much CGI. So that's my opinion why Civil War.
That's a good call. That is a good call, Shawty. Listen, I'm going to be real with y'all, man. I don't know how long y'all can hang out, but if y'all can hang out some more, we can talk more movies. I don't know if y'all want to or not, but I want to talk about Marvel and DC. Are you a Marvel DC guy, Johnathan?
I've watched them, but I'm not a guy that just owns it. I'm a documentary guy and hardcore documentary guy. So
all right, we'll hang out Kim gets in and says about last night. Listen, Man on Fire with Denzel. You talking about some about last night? That is like that's one of me and my wife's favorite, man. Like you talking about funny, like that is a funny movie. Dog. Marvel, in my opinion, Stephen G is better than DC.
Yes, I will.
I think this is the
only movies, not animation.
Right. I was gonna say that. I was like in the movie, area. I think Marvel's better, but I think it, like you said, animation, the cartoon, all of those. I think DC does a really good job, which is why I'm so down on DC. Sometimes when they make their movies, they'll make a really good movie, but they don't do well at like stringing them together. You see what I'm saying?
Because go back to what I said. If you think about the animations, it's cartoon. Yeah. You can put those powerful beings. It's easier to put powerful beings in animation. Yeah. But when you're trying to bring them to real life, it's just very hard to put on camera. That's why DC has a problem with their movies because their characters are too powerful.
Right. Like I like the new Flash movie. I like Aquaman, but it's like I wish they would do like Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like Marvel did a great job, and when they first created, they thought this thing out long term.
Yes.
After the first Hulk with what's my man, the skinny guy, Ed Norton. After the first Hulk, they decided they was going to get these characters to try to buy into multiple movies. You had Robert Downey Jr.,
in the same universe, basically.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And they made a great timeline. And it's like up until, I know me and Shawty talked about this, he doesn't like a lot of the newer Phase 4.
Anything after Phase 4 is garbage.
Right. You don't like that. I like the action of Shang-Chi. I like that one. It wasn't like the greatest story, but I like the action, man. The action and the CGI was good, though.
It felt like a Jet Li movie to me.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jet Li, though.
I mean, I like Jet Li. I just could not get into him after like
what
you kill off like Thanos. Like, damn, dude. Like he's just like he's like the ultimate bad guy. I mean, and honestly, who they used to play Thanos was freaking perfect. Madness
of multiverse. Yeah, the multiverse of madness. The Doctor Strange. I'm like Stephen G. I'm still hanging with Marvel, dog. I know Shawty probably gave up on him, dog. I'm still hanging with Marvel. Yeah, because like I like Black Widow.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and but like I say, I'm giving DC chance. Like Man of Steel, I think, and Suicide Squad. They kind of like started turning it around for me. The original Suicide Squad. I don't know if you guys have seen the new one, but I didn't even want to watch the new one. It looks like crazy stupid. So
it's funny, but the villain, they just kind of wet the bed with the villain.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. It just didn't look all that good. I wish they would have followed up the Suicide Squad with Will Smith instead of doing a remake. I wish they, because I thought Harley Quinn.
It's a different character. It's Dead. You talking about Deadshot and but it's two different characters. They seem like they're the same. They actually two different characters.
Okay. So Johnathan, you're a documentary or real life type movie guy?
Yes, 100%.
So give us a sneaky good documentary and or real life, true story type.
My favorite is, Shawty already brought it up, Band of Brothers is my all-time. It's a 10-part series. It takes forever to get through. That a really good one I thought pieced together, and it's a tragic story. I know you guys don't want to hear it, but it was well put outside of the fact they overdid the whole sexual orientation was the Aaron Hernandez story. Right. So I don't think they handled the whole like him supposedly being gay thing correctly. I feel like you shouldn't point to that. This dude's not alive anymore. Right. So but that one's really good. I mean, there's so many I've seen that are really good, but and another one is it's a spinoff of, it's not a spinoff, The Pacific. It's the opposite of Band of Brothers, right? So that's another one.
Okay.
I would have to literally sit down here and make a list, but a sci-fi movie, an older one, Shawty, I'm pretty sure you've seen this. The Contact. I can't remember who plays in it, but that's
Contact is with Jodie Foster, isn't it?
Jodie Foster. There we go.
Yeah, Contact. Jodie Foster. Yeah.
That one way back. I'm like, I don't know why, but I've always just really liked that movie.
So Dr. G says, where does the movie Glass fit in with Samuel Jackson, Bruce Willis, and forget my other guy's name, but it's the third in the. If you start like they didn't, I don't know if they set out to make it a series, but I think once they did the second one, Unbreakable with Sam Jackson and Bruce Willis was the first. The second one was the guy in with the different personalities. Because if you buy it on streaming, you can package that and Glass together.
The Beast.
And then,
he was the Beast.
Yeah, he was the Beast and like 10 other different.
So what I would say about that, it's almost like I get what she's saying about the mental component, but I think it's been pretty much proven that it will almost seem like it's more of a first movie where people have gotten mutant abilities, like their genes have actually changed. So they're not actually, I know it's a mental component too, but they're not actually human. They are better or stronger than normal humans.
Bishop Frank's getting in. We appreciate you getting in here, man. Listen, we started out talking sports movies. If you got, I know you're getting in late, but if you got any sports movies, we went through all the popular ones, but if you got some sneaky good ones, let us know. We went through our top movies. Now we just on the movie kick today. Since it's the holiday, having a little fun. Training Day was good. One thing, Kim, I'm gonna say about Training Day, I'm gonna say this on air. This is not the movie that Denzel should have won his first Oscar for. Like, it's not the movie, dog. Like Malcolm X, I get Sin of a Woman came out in the same year, and Robert De Niro, Al Pacino's my guy.
In Glory.
He did good in Glory. I'm just saying, like, I hate that Training Day is the one that got. I mean, he did good, but I just don't feel like it was on the level of like a Malcolm X or a Glory. Like, that's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you a very underrated movie that Denzel did that I think he did one of his best acting jobs in. I have never seen a man change his facial expressions and what he went through. Out of Time.
Oh yeah,
the movie isn't great, but his acting, oh my goodness.
Well, see, while He Got Game is one of my favorite sports movies, he was good at acting. The rest of the cast wasn't all that good, but he did an amazing job in that role as, accidentally killing the wife, going to jail, still like trying to be in the kid's life after Ray. Now, Ray Allen's acting wasn't good, but Denzel's definitely was. Bishop Frank says Little Giants. Yep, definitely talked about Little Giants for sure.
I'm gonna give you guys a comedy that's hilarious, but you have to be able to get over that it's an animation. But it's for grown people, so I wouldn't let your kids watch it. Sausage Party.
Oh my gosh!
I knew you were gonna say that. I don't know. As soon as you said you have to get over the animation, I'm like, he's gonna say freaking Sausage Party.
Man, Sausage Party is awesome.
When I
never seen Sausage Party.
I thought it was a kids movie. When I started watching it, I'm like, what in the heck is going on?
It's deep, man. It's very deep. It deals with issues and social issues and stuff. Like, it'll trip you out. It's a deep movie.
I might have to check it out. Like that, I knew from the preview that you definitely didn't want to let your kids watch it. I'm gonna tell you a movie I watched here recently, and I knew it was gonna be good going in, but it was even better than I thought, and that was Bob Marley. One Love, Bob Marley.
Oh yeah,
bro. When I tell you the dude did so good, like as Bob Marley, and they did a great job telling the story. And if you if you stay for the credits, like me and my family, we like to stay for the credits to see it. The Marley family was like right there with them, like a lot, like all of them, like the whole time they was making it. And they did a really good job. Like they went into he had a little infidelity. She had some infidelity, his wife, but they didn't they did such a good job. They just touched on it and then bounced off it to not make the focus of the movie. Like Bob Marley, that movie was good.
You want to know a movie that I saw recently that I'm going to tell you what, like kind of a life changer, makes you think about a lot, is The Blind. Yeah. And The Blind is about Phil Robertson from Duck Commander. If y'all haven't seen that, man, dude, it is. So, Duck Commander guy, right? Like the old Duck Commander guy. It talks about his life prior to Duck Commander. He went through some dark times.
The Blind, BILND, blind.
Yeah, the blind, because of the for the duck blind, But dude, he goes through some dark times. But it shows like how Miss K, his wife, like basically stuck it out, like hard. even though he was just gone. Like just gone.
Man, I have to check that one out.
Blind. I'm gonna tell you what. That's like a movie. I think every man, like as a husband, you got to go watch, especially when you got kids and stuff, because you sit there and you're like, dude, look at this guy now, huh?
He ain't got no shot. So listen, man. Stephen G says Deadpool 3. Who's excited for Wolverine's return? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm excited for Wolverine's return. I like Deadpool, but it's not it's not on the higher part of my list for DC. I mean, Marvel X-Men.
First one is awesome.
Yeah, the first Deadpool. I got you.
Yeah. One thing that hurts Deadpool is that it don't have the budget that other Marvel movies have.
I got you.
You guys seeing with Sabretooth.
The Best Man, of course, that one came out when we was in school. I appreciate it. And I used to always say, let you tell it. Well, everybody hung around me in college knew I said, let you tell it. Somebody was lying. I thought somebody was lying. I said, let you tell it. And then we was watching The Best Man. And they said, they said you're lying. I was like, yeah, man. So listen, I'm gonna ask y'all this, man. And I think Jake, you mentioned it with one of the sports movies. Listen, man, keep it a buck. Jake, what movie made you cry if you watch it regardless?
Dude, man, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, like I said, I'm a little more emotional though.
I got one movie and I cannot hold it back no matter what. Imitation of Life. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's original from back in I want to say it's like 1962. It's about a black woman who has a daughter. She's lighter, so she looks white, and she's a housekeeper. Back in the day when black people couldn't have a whole bunch of jobs or whatever. The part that gets me every single time, the daughter always denies the mom because of how she looks. Because of course, like I said, the daughter looks white, so she fits in. She always denies her, says that's not her mom, all that. At the end, she has one of those New Orleans style funerals the mom does when she dies, and then the daughter's running behind the casket like, mom. I'm like, bro, you wasted all your time. Dude. And you lost your mom, never acknowledged her. Like, bro, because the first time I ever watched it, I'm a mama's boy. She was a single mother. So, like, when I did, I was like, how you not, like, acknowledge your mama, dog? Like, that didn't even comprehend to me when I seen that at, like, 10. So, and I can watch it right now. If that scene come on, I'm done.
Oh, man. Seriously.
I'm done. Johnathan, you a family guy. You watching these movies, dog.
I'll honestly go with two. I'm kind of emotional too with some, and one of them was, and it was the first one in a long time that made me cry, and it was because of just the ending of it, man, of Interstellar, when he sees his daughter and she's older, and thinking about burying your child is like my worst nightmare. It's my fear, right? So, and being in that moment was bad, and I mean, the first time I saw Lone Survivor, man, the ending of that movie was that one hurt.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we saved Shawty for last, man. He shares some of this toxic masculinity like I do, but it got to be one, Shawty. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm about to say it got to be one, dog. You a sociology guy, you know what I'm saying? Work with the kids. You got to be something, dog.
Well, first I want to say, man, Interstellar is dope. Just piggyback off Johnathan, man, because I like I'm big on sci-fi and metaphysics and third dimensions and time travel.
We got to talk, sure, man. I love.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, listen, I just look like this, man. I'm very big into certain, you know what I'm saying, quantum physics and stuff like that. I'm all on that kind of stuff.
Brian Cox is my dude, bro. Like, I watch all of Brian Cox documentaries, all that stuff, man.
So I feel you from Interstellar, and actually Interstellar is one of the first movies, in my opinion, that depicted space in a more realistic view. But that's a whole nother story. But just to your question, Coach, I'm gonna try. I tried, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't think I have one.
Hey, here's one that comes to mind. Like, and maybe if you guys seen this, if you have a brother, the movie Warrior.
Warrior, that's the guy that he's a boxer, right?
Yeah, they fight each other. right? And they're both like they got all these like effed up problems from childhood, right, with their dad.
Yep.
Well, everybody has something like that, right? But I mean, like that's like seriously, man, that was a good.
I got you. But yeah, man. Listen, some of that is based off of how you feel, and as soon as they say men don't cry. Hey, listen, dog. Listen, again, I was a single parent home. My mom. Listen, when I first started coaching, to watch some of these kids and how they treat their parents, dog, because as I went on, I'm coaching more and more millennials and all these people, and I'm like, I can't even imagine treating my mama that way, dog. So you see movies and stuff like when people do that kind of thing. I tell you a scene, it don't make me cry, but it made me, it hit me. It's the scene in The Fresh Prince when his daddy leaves. Ooh. And he turns to Uncle Phil and says, why he don't want me, man? Yeah. Dog. Oh, yeah. I'm like, bro, if you don't feel that, especially if you grew up in a single parent home, know what I'm saying? It's like, why he don't want me? Because I couldn't imagine not wanting my kids, dog.
So the new Fresh Prince, the scene with his dad is very powerful too. I don't know if you've seen the new one.
I haven't.
It's a great show. It's very.
I was wondering about that because growing up, Fresh Prince, that's one of the it's one of the favorites, and sometimes I'm kind of reluctant to watch things that they remake. Like I haven't seen the new Color Purple. Because the original is so good, and it's like,
and it's a musical. That's why I can't really.
Oh yeah. Dr. G, Dead Poet Society. Is that a favorite movie or one that gets to you? Is that one that makes you tear up? Dead Poet Society. Listen, Sooner in Texas. I bet you if you watch the movie about Texas beating OU, you'd be crying.
I'll give you a documentary that will make you explore yourself, and that's The Alpinist. It's about a Sean Andre McClare.
Okay.
So it's about this guy. He literally climbs mountains.
Oh yeah.
With no rope, nothing, bare hands.
I heard about
this. And it was a Netflix documentary.
What is it called again?
It's called The Alpinist. So
Alpinist, like Alpine.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And it's I can't remember if I think he's Canadian or something like that, but he climbs like 8 to 10 mountains and like the tallest mountains barehanded, no rope, no nothing to save this dude. You got to watch it. It's just unbelievable. But it goes over like how he was born in the wrong era, about how he's a free spirit. Like it's just like makes you think about what you're doing with your life.
Wow.
Documentaries.
If you just joining us, man, welcome into the Breakfast Tailgate. I know y'all like, man, it's the Fanatic. They ain't even talking sports.
Man.
Listen. We started out for a whole hour. We talked sports, movies, and we're doing a little different because it's the 4th of July, and now we're just into movies. These guys, we just hanging out, man, before everybody start, getting on the grill, popping fireworks tonight. Listen, so see, that's different. I always cry when OU loses.
Fair enough.
I can see that. So I'm gonna give y'all some sneaky good Netflix movies. If you are looking for a movie and you're on Netflix, The Old Guard with Charlize Theron. Yeah. Listen, man, The Old Guard, good, Shawty. Like, I know you see.
It's okay. It's all right.
No, I've watched that movie at least.
They're making a part too. They got a part.
They are. I'm glad they are. 6 Underground. It is funny and it's a lot of action with Ryan Reynolds, though. I feel like Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman are two that can really deliver lines when it comes to comedy. And then it was one more on Netflix that was really good. Extraction and Extraction 2 with Chris Hemsworth that plays Thor. Yes. Anthony Beck, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tapping in. Like I say, I know if it's you're just now getting in with us, it's the Fanatic Breakfast Tailgate, man. But we spent our first hour talking sports movies, which led into
can I throw a movie buffs. You guys?
Go ahead.
Have you ever seen? And I would implore you guys to see this. I got 2 movies, and they earlier movies. Have you ever seen Just Cause?
Yes, with Lawrence Fishburne. Yes, dog, and Blake Underwood. Okay. Yes, that was a really
Blair Underwood. And what's my guy with the beard? He died.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. Now that is dope. But this is a very good movie that I guarantee you everybody on this call I guarantee you can't tell me who the killer is, and I'm gonna give you 3 guesses through the movie. You'll never know who the killer is, but it's called Mind Hunters. It's about FBI profiling.
Yes, I've seen it. It's crazy, man. I kind of did something like that back in the day.
Man. Anthony, sorry you had the work day, man. Hopefully you get off a little early today, dog. For those that's at work, hopefully get off early and get the chance to enjoy some of this holiday, or maybe you don't have to work tomorrow. But sad you at work, Anthony. Sorry about that, my guy.
You making money.
Right, you're making some money on the 4th and not spending, because there's a lot of people out here spending because fireworks have gone through the roof with the money. Johnathan, go ahead and get in. Wallace, what's going on, my guy?
The Rock. Have we not mentioned
The Rock? Yes, Nick Cage and Sean Connery. Con Air. Speaking of Nick Cage and making a movie every week, Con Air, Face Off.
Con Air, bro. Oh my.
Con Air and Face Off are 2 of his good ones. He's one of, like. I used to I still like him, but I like his earlier stuff. Now it's like, I swear the dude put out a movie every 3 months, man. And I'm like,
that what divorce do to you. Those divorce.
Right. I was like, he must need some money for real. So I'm going to try to watch this weekend one of his ones that he's done the last couple of years called the Massive Talent, or the something. He's playing himself, basically. His character is Nick Cage, and he's playing a movie star that's trying to, I guess, stop doing movies or something like that. So the Rundown, is that with The Rock, Kim? Like, oh my goodness, my brother loves that movie, The Rundown with The Rock. Okay, I got you. The Rock. I'm gonna ask y'all something. Y'all all seen the Fast and Furious series? All right. So The Rock came in, you know what I'm saying? He's a big action star, transition from wrestling, which is, a really popular sport, never going away, to the big scene. Is John Cena, do y'all like John Cena doing that transition just as much as The Rock? I'm not a big fan of the John Cena transition. I want him to stay wrestling.
The issue that I have with The Rock is, can he play somebody else other than The Rock?
No, he can't. It's his personality.
It's like trying to watch Kevin Hart in the movie on Netflix called Lift. Give him a beard, give him some hair. Can he just not always be The Rock? He had some hair in The Mummy when he played the
and that was CGI.
Yeah. Right. So, all right, I'm gonna go around. Give me your favorite, like one of your favorite movie series, whether it's a trilogy, 4-part, 5-part, whatever. I'll start, and it's the Bourne Supremacy, the Bourne Identity series with Jason Bourne. That's one of my favorites, actually. Me and my son got a chance to go to Universal, Universal theme park in Orlando, and they had a Jason Bourne. And of course, coming out of it, he was like, "Dad, we gotta watch Jason Bourne." I never seen it, so yeah. So, but Jason Bourne and the Bourne Identity, that's one of my favorites. Jake, give me a series, trilogy, at least a trilogy. No sequels, just a trilogy or more. At least three. It's got to be at least 3.
Oh man, that's a tough one, because actually,
Well, you said Creed.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, is I love Rocky. Like Rocky for me was such a, I enjoy Creed, but man, Rocky for me it was just such a, I loved Rocky. But
Rocky was always that movie that made you think, hey man, if he can do it, I can do it. Like Rocky can do it, I can.
Yeah, do it. I mean, like Rocky was so good, but for me it's the Dark Knight series.
Thank you. I love the Dark Knight series. Dude, I felt like
the best Batman ever.
Listen, I felt like growing up, we got what we got. Jack Nicholson did the Joker, and nobody did it like Heath Ledger. Like, rest in peace, Heath. Heath went to a different level with that Batman, man, and with that Joker character in Batman Dark Knight series. And then Bane to finish it off. It's hard to follow a act like Heath Ledger and the Joker, but Bane. And Tom Hardy, I think, played, and Bane tore it up. So, Shawty, what you got for me? Trilogy or more?
Listen, man, the best trilogy is actually, it's 2 of them. It's by the same guy, The Matrix and John Wick.
Yeah, those are good. Those are both really good.
I'm gonna get with you on the John Wick. I can. After Matrix 1, I just like Matrix 2, like I feel like 3 was just like
2 was dope.
That's what I say. Matrix 1 and 2 was good. I feel
dope.
like 3 was kind of out
Yeah,
there.
3 was
it was kind of out there. But yeah, I can get John Wick. My sister-in-law, shout out my sister-in-law. She is John Wick is top notch. That is like top of her list for trilogy. She's an action buff, so
choreography is undeniable.
Dr. G gets in and says the Equalizer. I do like all 3 Equalizers. I think 3 actually
third kind of weak to me.
The third one, I liked it better than most, but I'm a little partial to Denzel. She also says Back to the Future. The original was the best, of course. Marty McFly and company, and then they went to the future and all of that stuff. 007. All right, Kim. While I go to Johnathan, I want you to tell me who plays the Bond character the best. You got Sean Connery, you got the new guy, I forget what his name is, and then you got Pierce Brosnan. Even the guy before Sean Connery, I think it was an older one. So let me know which one you like the best. I actually like the new guy the best. Craig, yes, that Daniel Craig. So
I'll tell you something, man. This is, I'm very confident in my sexuality. But Daniel Craig, to me, I ain't like him because he's just not a handsome guy. I mean, he got to be handsome to play 007.
Make sure you put that out there
enough,
first, man.
He got to be the man to be 007. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I like it.
He ain't got
That's
the right
funny,
shoulders. Johnathan, give me a trilogy or more.
So I'll give you 2. My absolute favorite is Bad Boys.
Yeah, okay.
It's just because I don't think a lot of movies in like 3s go great. Like it's just usually the first one's the hit. But I mean, I think they did a good job redoing Jurassic World or Jurassic Park and continue it with Jurassic World. I mean, but once again, I'm not a huge fan of like trilogies, so I have to go with Bad Boys is probably my favorite.
Rush Hour.
I like Rush Hour. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. I actually think I actually think they did all 6 of those really good. So, but I took a long time to watch Jurassic Park. Like I didn't watch the first one until like 2021 or something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Right. My wife's always like, you gotta watch it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch dinosaurs or whatever, but after I watched it, it's like I watch it over and over and over and over. So Planet of the Apes. I think the first one, I like the first 2. I haven't seen War of the Planet of the Apes, but I heard it was kind of not as good as the first 2, but I haven't seen that third one. Blade, Kim, I'm with you. Blade. They're about to garbage. They're about to, yeah, it is, especially compared to the
third garbage.
Hey, they're about to redo Blade too, by the way. So I don't know how that's gonna work out for it.
I don't know if you know, but Marshall Ali almost about to back out again. They just fired another producer that's been pushed back again.
Jesus, that's why it keeps getting pushed back. They can't keep a producer. They can't keep a staff long enough to redo it. And I don't know. Wesley Snipes was like, what is this, Mars Jam? I don't know what that. You know, we can't see. I don't know what that emoji is. But I'm interested to see how he gonna do if they actually do Blade remake.
So look at this right here. When they first cast Marshall Ali, he was younger than I am. Now he's older than I am, and the movie ain't even started yet. He was 46 when they casted him. He's 51 now.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know about that. All right, Kim, I'm gonna see how much of a Godfather fan you are. Everybody should know which one is the best one. So, which one is the best one, Kim? Don't get it wrong now. I have to put you in timeout.
Somebody said Star Wars too. I think that's a great camera.
Star Wars is good. Now, Star Wars. What's funny is my son said, "Dad, I'm on the 5th Star Wars." I was like, "You on Star Wars number 5?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, you on the second movie." I was
I said, "There you go."
I'm like, "You haven't watched 5 of them, dog." Well, I was like, "You on the 5th one? That means you're on the second one." That's how they came out. So, I like Solo. But I liked was it Rogue One better? Rogue One I felt was better than Solo. But I kind of lost interest when they started getting to the Phantom. Was it Phantom Menace or whatever?
Phantom Menace.
Those ones sucked.
I thought so too, even though the graphics was better. I just felt like, New Hope, Return of the Jedi, that was just, I guess that's kind of how I grew up. So that's
you watching Acolyte? Acolyte is good.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Rebel Moon. That was the other Netflix movie that I was going to tell y'all. If y'all haven't seen Rebel Moon, it gives off Star Wars vibes, but it's not a Star Wars movie.
I was disappointed in that, coach.
Yeah, man, get out of here. You probably liked Doom, didn't you?
I like Doom.
I mean, it's okay, but I know what to expect from Doom. I just had such high expectations from Rebel Moon. I think Zack Snyder produced it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it just didn't meet. It's good, but it just didn't meet my expectations.
I know.
Right, man. If y'all just tuning in, it's the Breakfast Tailgate with Coach I. It's the 4th of July, man. Y'all be safe out there. And if you wondering why we're not talking sports, we started. We've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. I appreciate these guys, kicking it with me this morning. Listen, we was talking sports movies, and then we all kind of like some movie buffs, so we just carried it on over into patriotic movies. Now we just out here giving y'all some movies to watch if y'all haven't seen them. Like I say, I think what you just said, Shawty, your expectations going into the movie has a lot to determine whether or not you like the movie. Like I said, for the longest, I didn't understand. I'm gonna give you a movie that I waited like 20 years to watch because I didn't understand what the fascination. In college, when the Titanic first came out, everybody went to movies talking about how good Titanic. I was like, it's a boat sinking. We already know the story. Like, 20 years later, I watched Tailgate. I was like, God, that was a great movie. I didn't have any expectations, though. I was like, I didn't go in like, and if you go in with them super high expectations, sometimes that can do it to you. So it's probably that's probably why you don't like anything after Phase 4 in Marvel, because they did such a good job with all the other ones leading up to it. Your expectations going into Phase 5, you like they gotta top this, and then it's just like.
Well, I just knew they couldn't. That's what I just knew. It, like I said, it goes back to the characters.
Right. I got you. Okay, Kim, you still out there? You ain't told me which one of them Godfathers is the best now. Let me know now. I got a question for y'all for the Marvel. Do you think they did the Hulk dirty by the way Thanos beat him up the first time? Like, this is before Infinities. He didn't have no Infinity Stones. Like, it's
a travesty, man. First of all, you got to let the Hulk get his get back. I don't understand you letting Thanos beat up on him just to show how powerful Thanos is. I get that. But at some point, he's supposed to get his get back.
This is the Hulk we talking about.
They just, excuse my friend, they just shitted on the character, man.
Yeah. Because if you followed along with the comments, Planet Hulk, like nobody really like do Hulk like that, and that's what made me actually like I it was twofold for me. That's what made me think Infinity War was such a good movie. I said they didn't waste any time letting you know how strong Thanos was, because he pretty much was playing with the Hulk. But I did like, God, at some point the Hulk gonna get some get back, and not with this, with the suit of armor and all that. I'm like, this is the Hulk we talking about, dog.
Yeah.
Jake, how you feel about that?
Sorry,
go ahead.
Nah, man. Like, that was the big dude. I love the Hulk. Like, I've always loved the Hulk, So, like, when you see that, you're like, okay. Like, I understood it right away, right? Like, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Thanos is just a badass. He knows all the moves. Right. He basically puts a little power pressure point right here, knocks him out, right? Like, cool, this guy knows it all. But yeah, I was waiting for him to come back and be like, all right, my turn to whoop your ass. And
never happened, right?
Never
happened. Johnathan, what you thinking, dog?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. It's because I'd never watched a lot of Marvel until the Marvel movies really came out. I guess really starting with Spider-Man. Yeah, like, I mean, watching them with my kids is kind of how I found out about a lot of this stuff. But yeah. I mean, most of my knowledge came through this stuff, and a lot of people tell me to go back and actually watch not just the older movies, but read through the comics and get a lot of information, because a lot of it wasn't portrayed obviously how it would be, right? And that was one of them that constantly actually got brought up. Was the Hulk and Thanos thing actually? Kind of funny you said that.
I had a coworker. He's a huge Hulk fan, and he was a comic Hulk fan. So when that movie came out, he was like, he liked the movie, but he was so mad that Hulk didn't get any get back. We used to mess with him all the time. I was like, hey man, Thanos gave that boy that work. Boy, he don't know.
So that's one thing that I would say for anybody who's going to watch those movies. The MCU and the comic book world are totally different. They're not even. They pull little bitty things from the comic book, but that's not how the comic book world works.
Yeah.
So the MCU, meaning the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the movies,
right? Yeah,
it ain't the same as the comic books.
Gotcha. So they don't try to really pull everything. It's just bits and pieces then.
Right. So like if you saw the movie first and you go back and read the comics, you're like, well, it didn't happen like that in the movie. The comics, because the comics go much more in depth and they're much more drawn out. Like, so you
and that's what I mean by the characters. They so powerful, it's hard to put them on screen because the things they do in the comic books, you just can't even put it on the movie.
Yeah, I heard that about was it Galactus?
Yes.
Is that I heard that about Galactus, that you can't put him on screen because it's too powerful.
He too big.
Yeah.
Like the Celestials.
Got you.
Yeah. The one they tried to do in the movie, they tried to bring some of the Celestials down in the I forget what the Marvel movies.
Eternals.
Yeah. Kim says Ocean's 11 series, the trilogy. I like 11 and 13. 12 was kind of for me because they had already stolen the thing and they just was retelling the story. And I don't know, it was just all right.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street had me through middle school anyway. I didn't want to watch so I saw it in elementary. Through middle school, I didn't want to watch any horror movies or anything, dog. I was like, yeah, I'm good on that. The original Godfather is a classic, but part 2 is the best Godfather. It is the best Godfather of the 3, but I'll give it to you. I like the original is really good. I mean, all 3 of those are really good. So, hey, man, it's been about 2 hours. You've been Breakfast Tailgate with Coach I, man. We talked a little sports movies. We got on some patriotic movies. Just to change it up for y'all, man, since it was a holiday. I appreciate these guys coming on. Before we get out of here, they're going to tell you what they got going on and where you can find them. Jake, I'll start with you, my man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me on. So it's a pleasure. John, nice to meet you.
You too.
Shawty, great to see you again, man. We've only had one other time with Shawty and with you, Coach I. So it's awesome coming on here. It's a true honor. But you can see me at my channel. I got a channel now, so that's awesome. Finally got that starting to get that rolling. Come out with a schedule. Hopefully, have these guys on over, do a live and talk some of the football. Yeah.
He's got like 3
got it
videos.
active, man.
Let us know what it is, so we can.
So set the tone, right? And set the tone. Alabama college football talk. Just because, again, like I have so much of the knowledge and whatnot around it. We'll see if that changes in time. We might just switch it to college football talk, because in general I talk it all, just because I enjoy it. You can search right here, right? _JMayer, all capital letters. You search that on YouTube, you'll find it. If you follow me on X or Twitter, that's also my Twitter handle. The link's in there as well. And yeah, man, come join up, subscribe, check out the videos. I got a couple out right now, and slowly keep getting this thing rolling. So it's been a lot of fun, man. Like I said, it's an honor to be on and meet new guys, and then join up with guys who I've just recently met. So I really appreciate you guys for having me. Thank you.
No problem, man. We appreciate you being in. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out. Set the Tone, Alabama and college football on YouTube. We have some videos out right now. Jake did play Division I, Power 5 college football. Y'all make sure y'all check him out, man. Johnathan, let the people know what you got going on, where they can find you, my man.
YouTube Sports with Johnathan Lewis at College FB Lewis on X. I'm really gonna. My show and my channel is going to kind of steer towards only SEC football. There's too much to talk about. I don't have enough time in a day to talk about everything and research everything. So, look, it's going to be SEC football only pretty much, besides the previews and predictions that Coach I and you guys have seen. But it's nice seeing everybody on here. Sports with Johnathan Lewis.
There it is, man. Y'all get over to YouTube, man. Sports with Johnathan Lewis, man. And check him out, man. The SEC football is what he's steering to. It used to be all college football, but he's steering to more of a SEC style football. There's enough teams to talk about with OU and Texas coming in. Welcome to the conference again. Shawty, tell the people what you got going on and where they can find you at, my man.
Man, some of these things don't overlap. Coach I might have to help me out. But you can find me on Wednesday nights on my own personal show, Just My Damn Opinion. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're looking for me to be talking about sports, it's gonna probably be the last thing I'll talk about. I talk about a little bit of everything that's going on in real life, hot topics and things like that. So that's my own show, Just My Damn Opinion. YouTube, Wednesday nights at 9:30. You can also catch me on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with me, Doc and the Jock.
Oh, Doc and the Jock. Yeah, my bad. You got a full slate on Tuesday.
You can catch me on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with me and Doc and the Jock, where we're talking about real life issues and mental health. So it's a great show. She's a licensed psychiatrist. So, you're going to get the layman terms from me, but you will get the official terms from her. So catch me Tuesday night, YouTube, Doc and the Jock. And you also catch me Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, Respect the Hedges, me, Coach I, and the rest of the crew, the rest of the boys. You also catch me on Saturday night, Snapchat at 8 o'clock with Coach I and some of the boys. Woo.
That's right, man. We out here doing it, man. We appreciate everybody coming in, man. Kim, hopefully I'm going to try to go through everybody. Kim, appreciate you getting in. Stat Guy, my guy on the channel, co-creator of the channel. Dr. G getting in. Like Shawty says, man, Dr. G is a licensed psychiatrist, therapist, and she's not a social media therapist, as she say. And they
life coach.
She's a life coach, right? So again, licensed at that. So y'all make sure y'all check out Doc and the Jock. Bishop Frank, appreciate you getting in, man. Wallace Smith, my guy. Anthony Beck, Sooner in Texas. Who else in here, man? Stephen G was rocking with us. Chicken. Who else was in here? My boy Ben Shaw was in here. Who else? Sooner in Texas, Mars Jam, man. All of y'all getting in here. Breakfast Tailgate with Coach I. My guy Corey Allen, CA. We appreciate you, man. Hey, man, stay up, CA. We need you on the show, dog. Stay up.
all the time.
Right. Father Time is winning the battle. Big Tight jumping in here. Big Tight stink ass cats. First lady, listen, hopefully you won the Hunger Games and got you a chair out there at that pool, First Lady. She did have a question. She said, who plays Stetson in the real life movie? We're going to have to attack that next week, probably. Lance B. My guy Lance B holding it down with all the old school movies with it. Who else was up in here, man? I think that might be it. Everybody that was watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, whether it was on Shawty's channel, my channel, Johnathan's channel. I don't know. Did you connect yours, Jonathan?
Yeah. I connected out to X as well.
All right. And Jonathan's channel, man. We appreciate everybody getting in here. This is how you help content creators, man. You get in, you hit the like button. And you guys have been staying. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. The viewer count has kind of stayed the same through the whole show. So y'all obviously was interested in sports movies and regular movies, man. We kind of went off topic, but it's the holiday. I wanted to have a little fun today before we get out and about. Again, another reminder: be safe out there today. Stay hydrated because it is super hot and things of that nature. Make sure you subscribe to all of these channels, man. The Fan Addict. Just My Damn Opinion, The Doc and the Jock, Sports with Johnathan Lewis, Set the Tone, Alabama College Football, and make sure you tap in. You get some real good content, man. Until Tuesday, 10 a.m., as far as the Breakfast Tailgate with Coach I, that's when you can find us. But this Saturday, we talking Big Ten football on the Saturday night snap count at 9 p.m. Eastern time on the Fan Addict, man. For all of my guys on the show, Shawty, Johnathan, Jake, and everybody that tapped in, man, we appreciate y'all, and we are out of here.